Hello, this is Fighting Irish for Operation Valkyrie. This is the end of the video, the end of the war. The Axis is won. My board is way out of date. Looks like we're restarting it. Here's my overview, my thoughts. It was a great game. One of the more challenging games that we've had. Let's go back to the beginning. Way back when Lancerboat was looking for more players, and I contacted him and thought we should collaborate and make a game. And we got Major Foe and 5-Star and Jinx and Elite Golden to all play. Hands out to Jinx on mathematically picking the teams, and they were quite very efficient. Thank you for putting on a great game. These guys are great, diplomatic gentlemen. Again, rules are hard. We talked out everything that we could. Thank you for Major Foe taking over for Germany for us while we had to step away from the game. Great game played by all. This video is the review on the German perspective on how the world gone, how the game played out. So I won't touch on who did what, where. I'll just go off of what we did. At the beginning of the war, Italy and Germany gave the outlines of what they wanted to do, and I said, well, I'm playing as the Germans. I'll dictate when the war starts. And it was a great debate. I mean, going into France, turn 4. We'd never done that before. Turn 4 is quite early, but we had enough units built up in Germany to take Paris. So we thought it would hurt Japan and put Italy on the back foot. So we debated on that, and we decided we should go in and take Paris. And we did take Paris, and that actually worked out quite well because we cut off the land lease to China, and it worked out better than we thought. It worked out so well with the attack in Germany like that, that in the subsequent turn, we attacked the British Navy, and we took out a huge portion of the Navy right here in the channel, and that thrusted the Italians wanting to jump in the war and take all of Africa, which they did a beautiful job. Africa and the Middle East. And for 2 turns, we knocked out the whole British Navy. And those light cruisers, 2 things I want to say. The light tanks, very impressed with their new blitzing ability. It helped out in France really well. And what went against us was these light cruisers that target select planes. Ooh, that was a big one. We lost our Air Force, but it was a sacrifice to take out the British Navy. Now, saying that, we took Romania the very next turn, which was a mistake. one too many turns. If we would have went turn 5 for France, then when 5-star took Finland, it would align to Germany and not to the British. That changed our whole plan of an attack with Russia. But in Spain, we went in, tried to end it early, and it backfired. This game was one of the most realistic games that you'll ever play. You go in with overwhelming odds and you think you're going to win, and then you get decimated by the dice. And this happened a few times, and everyone in every stretch of the country in the world had a battle that didn't go their way, which was quite impressive. When America went into France, they got they won but lost their Air Force. When the Japanese first attacked Hawaii, Japan got slaughtered. It was in Spain, same thing. Major foe ended it. Perfect timing, but that first attempt, it just the dice goes against you. So that ended perfectly. Nobody got a blue or international division. First time that I've seen. But anyway, it changed our plans for Finland. We wanted Finland to align to Germany. And with it going to the British, we decided to attack Helsinki and southern France, or Finland. And we talked with 5-star, and yeah, he wanted to think about attacking the Germans. And I said, well, you would have got us on the back foot. You would have took all of Finland, but your big money and what you did with all those units, with all that money you spent, very, very very, very tough. Then you went down and attacked Iran, and then Turkey, and then we decided, since we were heading on head-on collision in Finland, we went into Turkey, and we sent the African Corps down here, but the Italians were too good. They were cleaning up Africa, so we sent the African Corps to the Middle East, up to Transcaucasian. I think they petered out in Stalingrad. But you attacked Turkey, so we attacked Turkey. We didn't want to give the British any more units in the mid for the sake of the Italians, so we went into Turkey to end that threat, and we just gobbled up Turkey. First time that we decided Finland and Turkey needs to go German, but first time that we actually had to go through Bulgaria to attack, and through the what is this, the Black Sea, to get up to Finland. We wanted to align them, but we didn't think we had to conquer them. We got as far as India here, which was pretty nice, but inevitable. I think I made a comment about the fish and chips in London. We needed the stroganoff in Moscow too, so we ended up looking at it that 5-star was going to be a big obstinate in this game. we saw the partnership that was working out, so we decided to go headstrong into Russia from Finland, of course Warsaw, of course Romania, and through the Middle East, Iran and Turkey. And when your big turn came around, 5-star, you just flooded this whole area with men. It was just massive amount of units. We were scared. It's a good thing Major Foe came up this way through Permysky Krai and Manchuria and the Mir at the exact same time. While you couldn't fend off both sides, you put a few on that side, but majority of the men went this way, and we had our Operation Barbarossa. We were one turn behind, fighting Finland, fighting Turkey. We put those extra units, that extra income that we had from France, into them. So Barbarossa had to go that turn. And I think the reason why is because you were going to attack us next turn, so we wanted to make sure that we get something and instead of nothing on the borders. And we didn't have enough units, or we couldn't get far into your country, which then we knew it was going to be a dogfight, very competitive all the way to the end. And we had to shift a lot of forces in all directions. Unfortunately, one of the directions were France. The Med was taken care of, Africa was taken care of. It's just the weak spot was France. Either we go headstrong and go all out for Moscow, or we pull back and draw here and make sure the Allies do not get Paris. And one more turn, I think we could have held Paris. It would not have fallen, but going in turn 4 and subsequently the British losing their navy, we held out as long as we can in France. If we had one more turn, we would have secured it, but I don't know. When an elite Golden started pounding everything he had over here, we had to make a choice: Moscow or hold off in France until we were done with Moscow. So I think it was like turn 13 or 14, I had to step away, and then Major Foe just did a masterful job on finishing up the game. Elite Golden, Lancer boat, you guys had a great plan initially, and to finish the game you guys had a good plan on. It's just some of the dice rolling, like I said, went one way, swung the other way. From the Germans' perspective, Japan played a wonderful game, cutting off Lend-Lease to China. Never seen that done before, and it worked right to your skill. So I mean, great job to Major Foe on that. Great teammate, and he made them the Pacific, his whole Golden Pond. Anzac took out their navy a couple times. America, he backed them up to Hawaii. One more turn, he would have had Attu and this one, and he would have probably kept it to the end of the game. There probably would have been a showdown at the end of the game with the Americans and Japanese. The amount of income, FEC, they held out strong. Calcutta was surrounded. Calcutta was deeply endangered. Anzac was safe down there, but they couldn't go anywhere either. I mean, Japan's navy was huge, American navy was huge, but America also was putting a ton of money on this side, which with Jinx and the Africa, Middle East, Gibraltar, Egypt, Britain was kind of fighting for just France, and everybody was fighting for just France. I mean, you guys played a wonderful game. Japan 80 plus, Germany ended up almost 100, Italy. So I gotta give my hats off to you guys. You guys all played a wonderful game. This was a great game, very competitive all the way to the end. 5-star, you played a wonderful Russia. I think we got lucky, and like I said, bad planning on Finland, Romania, that changed our whole outlook. If we would have done those different, Germany and Russia would have had a different game. That was our side. And it's just fortunate. I mean, if our whole game plan was turn 6 or 7 for France, and if we would have done that, Russia would have been game monster, because Finland would have been all, and then you would have had Turkey. So I mean, not that I didn't want you to do it, it's just that we really wanted Finland to help out with the top side, the north side of Russia. So we were looking at the island, but we lost all our Navy and Air Force in that fight. So sorry, Fire Star, we went into you guys. But a great game. Thank you all, and hopefully for the next game. Thank you. But 5-star, or Fighting Irish, saying the end of the war for Operation Valkyrie. Bye.